Kehlani performed on Kimmel. I think it was Kimmel. Pretty sure it was Kimmel. Kehlani did one of the late night shows, embodied it. Tell them what else.
Brandy brought her out on the Boys Mind tour. I believe they were in Houston, but don't quote me on that. I put two and two together. I didn't actually look it up, what city they were in, but I believe it was Houston based on context clues. Now, she brought her out. I thought it was really cute. There's a video actually that I sent you. But you probably haven't seen it yet. But she actually had someone come and bring a huge bouquet of flowers, and she wanted to give Brandy her flowers. She gave Brandy so much praise, and she reminded everyone that Brandy is the vocal Bible, and she
That's
said
right.
that Brandy doesn't get enough flowers, and she feels that Brandy deserves to get her flowers every day for being one of the best. She might have even said the best vocalist of our time. So yeah, it was dope. But she was able to perform. They have the folded remix. I only put it in quotes because I know how you feel about it. So, which it's still my favorite. But yeah. So she's been she's been out there in the streets. But then today she dropped a little Lucy on us too, which I thought was
She
dope.
sure did. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
me too. So Kehlani dropped Out the Window today. And we're here to review it, folks.
She's talking that stuff. She sounds great. She sounds great. I mean, listen, wow. She has from the first time we talked about her on, it might have even been that other show we used to do. From the first time we've talked about her, she's definitely grown on me, particularly because I hadn't been so familiar with her at the time. But
Right.
man, I think she's doing great, and I think she sounds great. The song, I loved it. I listened to it one time and I was like, oh, let me listen to this again. Let me run this back. She sounds great. Y'all know how I feel about that. I think it's really important for it to be pleasing to the ear. It's got to be pleasing to the ear, and she sounds beautiful. Yeah, and like I said, she was talking that talk, so I appreciated that too. I enjoyed I picked up what she was putting down. What did you think?
It seems that Kehlani has found the groove. One of the things I've always liked about Kehlani is that she has range, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this was almost the same tempo as Folded.
Yeah.
And I feel like she saw the success of Folded and was like, oh, y'all digging that? Let me give y'all something else in that little like mid-range tempo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she did great. It was an interesting record to hear from Kehlani. I was getting like some Jasmine Sullivan vibes.
I can see that. Yeah.
And so, but I liked it. I thought it was a cool record. And yeah, accountability in the record,
Yeah.
gotta have some accountability in the record. And I
Listen, sometimes
appreciate
people
that.
make mistakes.
And that's what she said. She said, listen, I messed up.
Yeah.
And I was foul. But like give me a chance though. You know what I'm saying? Let me make it right.
But she also said, I understand if I don't get another chance. She said that too, which I
Right.
respected. I was like, you know what, girl, you're right. Because sometimes you're just not going to get another one. That's real.
Sometimes hey, a while now.
She basically was like,
Sometimes go ahead.
she basically was like, well, I got to try, but I might miss.
Right.
And that's real. That's real. I feel like we've all been there. So.
We have all been there where sometimes you just wild out way too much. And you got to let them know, hey, I would love another shot. But because I wild out, I understand if you don't give me one.
She said a little too late. And I was like, yeah, sometimes it's a little too late. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So I thought
So
this was great. I don't really have anything bad to say. There's one note, if I'm being super picky, there's one note she hits in the hook that I was like, I don't know about this note. But she doesn't stay there long, so I guess it's fine.
yeah.
And again, I'm just being super picky when I say that. I'm only trying to give some criticism because really there's not much criticism to give here, in my opinion.
I mean, when you're the resident musician, you gotta give a little criticism on the, if the note was wrong. If
I
you
feel
felt
like
like
that's
the
what
note
people are
wasn't
looking
right.
for when I do mine. Right. I
Yeah.
feel like people are looking for me to be nitpicky and be the harsh critic that I have a reputation for being, but I don't really have a lot of bad things to say here. Like,
I mean, they know that I'm the heart of the reviews and you're the head of the reviews. So they know that. They know that. But, sometimes it just is what it is. You gotta, you say what's on your mind and that's it. And if you don't have a whole lot of technical things to say, like, oh, did you hear when the violin, when they hit that C, you know? Sometimes,
you love to pick on me about the instrumentation.
sometimes it's not about the instrumentation, This
Yeah.
time it wasn't
Yeah.
about the
Sometimes it's not.
instrumentation. So, and
Nah.
that's fine. That's okay. But yeah, like when the strum of the guitar, not today. Not today, but I'm sure when we do the next music review, you're gonna be like, "Did you hear that bass though? Was that a
I do have
cellist
a
in the
review.
background?"
It's funny you say that because I was listening to a song. I won't name the song. I was listening to a song just this week, excuse me. It's a new song, but they flipped a sample that we've heard flipped a bunch of times, and I immediately started thinking about all those type of things. I was like, oh, but you could have did this, and why didn't you do that? We all know, oh, man, and yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, and now I can't remember. Oh, I know. I was gonna say, like a good wine,
Neighbor,
or maybe
stay
a good.
fine is. I screwed that up. That's what happens when clowning goes wrong.
Exactly, because it's like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there, but I couldn't even get State Farm out. It came out way.
It's not State Farm.
Oh, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Is that not State Farm? Don't do this. I work in advertising. And in fact, I work with State Farm.
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. It is State Farm. I'm wrong. Listen, when you're wrong, and I'm wrong.
I mean, no kidding.
I was just gonna say, the song grows on you. Like, the first play was not as good as the second play, and the second play was cool, but the third play, it really settled in for me. And so I feel like this is one of those records that will grow on people as well. Even though it's a good song. Some records you're not sure when you first hear it. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't even really like this. But then conditioning gets you to be like, okay, yeah, right, I'm digging this. I feel like this was already cool on the first listen, and then the second, third was like, ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And like I said, she was talking that talk. I appreciate her for that. And we love some
Yeah.
good R&B over here.